In the mists and shadows, on blood-soaked shores, a light is blackened by its terrible cause. The moon doth rise, the howls doth call, and in crimson veil, the bride slays all. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Curse of Strahd here on High Rollers D&D. This is our little extra bonus campaign while we're all in lockdown and at home and stuff like that. We thought well, you know what's better than playing D&D once a week? Playing D&D twice a week. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and I'm joined by my wonderful friends that you see here. I knew that would make Trot laugh. I know random noises always gets Trot. We have Rhiannon Gower, we have Tom Hazel,
hello.
We have Katie Morrison, we have Chris Trott, and Kim Richards. Welcome, my dear friends. It really got him. It really got him that time. But yeah,
about myself though.
It's just me making random noises definitely sets you off every time. We're gonna play. Yeah.
I have a question. How long have you had
Sure.
that red shirt?
This red shirt.
Yeah.
I got it the other day. What are you getting? At?
Okay, good. Okay, good. I was just wondering because you were complaining you had no red shirts for Kim's one shot a while back, and I
literally got this. I literally got this yesterday. It is.
All right.
Look at you trying to stir shit, Tom Hazel.
I know.
Detective Tom,
Little shit.
Detective Tom is off the case.
But you know what, Tom? It is a shirt from a good friend of mine and Nina's that we've known for a very long time. They've just started doing D&D shirts, and I bought a bunch of shirts from them.
That's nice.
That's what I was leading into.
But yeah. Anyway, good little shit. You fucking little toe rag.
So rag.
Listen here, you little shit.
Listen here, you little shit, trying to stir up trouble.
Listen here.
Maybe I bought this so that next time Kim does a Chinese New Year one shot, I can just wear this instead. A Lunar New Year
Save
one
it for
shot.
next year, Mark. Save it for next year.
Yeah, I will do. Then Tom can't give me shit. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. We are playing through a modified version of Curse of Strahd. It's mostly the same, except also not. We've changed a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of random stuff's happened. Also, highest death count of any High Rollers series, I think, to date. Except for maybe the one. I think the one-shots still hold out strongest.
I think it's up there now.
Dungeon of the Mad Mark killed a lot of player characters.
But that was meant to. That was
meant to. Yeah. Even more than Tomb of Annihilation, which was probably the deadliest miniseries we've done. Curse of Strahd, it's got a bigger body count, so
it's a killer. It's a killer.
It's a killer.
Was Tomb of Annihilation a big one? It was a big one for one person.
It was just Trot.
It was
Anyway,
just
let's
Trot.
try the
That's still more than most of our other
person.
games. I think that's still
True.
like permanent deaths. Permanent deaths. I mean, like nobody gets resurrected.
Oh, permanent deaths.
Yeah.
Right, you had to specify
in
permanent,
Lightfall
'cause
and
otherwise-
Herois, people coming back all the time, and yeah, exactly. No, permanent deaths. We rarely have those. Not in Curse of Strahd though. Lots of them in Curse of Strahd.
Spoilers.
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, look, if they're watching live now, then, you're all dead.
Not this
okay?
campaign, but other campaigns. You don't know who died or when or how. Go watch it anyway.
Oh, exactly.
Or why?
I just realized I've had the wrong chat up for the whole time. I'm going to fix that in a bit. Shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
No, we won't, because we've got one thing to talk about real quick.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, so this is going to be, unfortunately, the last episode of Curse of Strahd for 2 weeks, not ever, for 2 weeks, because next week,
That was ominous.
Just lead with that in the future, please.
What a way
I was
to
like,
lead
you know something I don't
And
know.
there's no Curse of Strahd.
Kept that quiet.
What a
The next
way
2
to
weeks.
phrase it.
Imagine if you just left it to me to announce that Curse of Strahd is done.
To the entire
Anyway.
group.
For the next 2 weeks, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, me, Kim, and Ree are teaming up with Fandom Tabletop to play. Oh my god, we're playing Tales of Xadia, Dragon Prince.
Yeah.
Based on the Netflix show The Dragon Prince.
Gonna be
That's kind of
Dragon
in the name.
Prince.
And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be joint streams between High Rollers and the Fandom Tabletop Twitch channel as well. We'll be posting when we're live, how we're live, why we're live, or what we're live. And we'll be playing.
It's going to go up on It's going to go up on YouTube as well. We're going to have a playlist so you can watch all the episodes on the High Rollers D&D channel. And I'm seeing some people saying, why isn't Mark playing? Because people know how much I love the Dragon Prince show. I love it. I actually really love the world of the show. I don't like the show. I love the world. But no, this one, we basically had a chat about it. And, Tom's a big fan and Kim and Rhea have just started watching it. And I thought, you know what? This is a chance for these guys to go off and do something cool with a different DM, and they can see what it's like to have somebody else in the DM seat running games for them, which I believe.
Yeah, and also I'm moving house, and my job is very busy, so a couple of weeks off.
It's a busy time.
Is a-okay for moving time.
It's important to say that if you haven't watched Dragon Prince, don't worry. A lot of the stuff will be explained through it as well. It's also being using the Cortex Prime system, which none of us have played. So if you don't know how that works, then Mark's gone.
Oh, he's got it. He's looking for it.
Just left.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he's got it.
There it is.
All right.
I went and bought it. I bought it separately.
Well, it's going to be using that. So if you don't know how that plays, we don't either.
It's very cool.
Some of the rules, but
very cool system.
It's cool.
Very cool system. So we're going to be trying that out. So join us Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. till 10. Is that what it is? You tell me, Kim.
I think it's 8 till 10.
I think it's the same time,
It's
right?
8 till 10 on Tuesday, then 9 till 11 on Thursday.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think.
Check the High Rollers Twitter. Check these guys' Twitter. It's going to alternate. The main thing is to remember, like Tom said, that it's going to alternate between our channel and Fandom Tabletop channel as well. Fandom Week.
Yeah.
So do that.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
So very exciting. Branching out. Last episode ever of Curse of Strahd for 2 weeks. And then we'll be back. Last episode ever for 2 weeks. That's basically what you did, Thomas. That's basically what you did.
Man, I have been prepping in my head exactly how I was going to word that entire thing, and it instantly went off the rail.
Instant mess.
God, Tom. It's funny, isn't it? It's not that easy, is it? Trot, get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy. He thinks it's so easy to do. I had it all planned in my head, and then it just went out the window. Oh, weird.
Oh my god. This guy is
You
red.
had that shirt, Mark.
What's that?
How long have you had that red shirt?
Yeah. How long have you had that, Mark? Right. Enough of this.
Oh my god.
Amazing. That's it. So we're going to play some Curse of Strahd now. The last Curse of Strahd for 2 weeks. And then you can enjoy Tales of Zadia with Ree, Tom, Kim, and many other fine friends from fandom. But for now, let's play some Curse of Strahd. Welcome back to Curse of Strahd. The last time, our party are in search of a young woman called Vasilica on behalf of the abbot of the town of Kresik. Having tracked Vasilica down into the mountains through the woods, they came across a young boy sitting on the shores of a lake, holding in his hands a wolf's head. Inquiring with the boy, they discovered that Vasilica had traveled with them, and after being attacked, tore apart several of the creatures with her bare hands before heading off to the north in order to pursue those that had come after them. The party, having gotten this information, were then ambushed by a set of 3 individuals who turned out to be werewolves themselves, having smelled Dog's Body's own lycanthropy. Accompanied by a couple of direwolves, the party had a brief encounter, which they proved to overcome quite easily, and now they must travel north to try and find if Vasilica is still alive. And that, my friends, is where we begin this week.
Nice.
Unless there is anything you guys want to do ahead of time, my understanding was that you, Rose, had picked up a track of where these individuals had at least come from, and was in pursuit to try and track down their lair or their camp or wherever it is that they are currently located. So unless there's anything anybody wants to do, we will just jump straight into you guys arriving at that location.
Hell yeah.
All good with me.
Okay. You do currently have an army of NPCs with you as well, which is going to be so much fun for me.
We did that just for you, Mark.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Is there anyone else in the surrounding area that we can just, hey, tag along?
Hey, do you want to come along?
It's a fun little group.
You know what? No, you know what? What a funny joke. Why don't I roll and see if there is anybody? What a funny, hilarious joke.
We're like the
Let's find
It's like
out.
Pokemon.
It's gonna be a bat swarm. It's gonna be
Just got loads of
Strahd. Yeah,
piggies.
Strahd down here.
An hunting trap is coming with you. No.
Oh, cool.
I'm Trappy the Trap.
I call him
I'd love to
Bitey.
come with you guys. No,
Yay!
that doesn't happen.
wow.
He's welcome.
Welcome.
We need more happy people.
Quite away. Last one ever.
Last one ever.
Whatever.
You currently have
2 weeks.
in your party of NPCs, you have Irina, also Tatiana. There's some weird awakening of her soul. You have Ismark, the lesser or the greater. We still don't quite know. He does seem to flip-flop between the two. Esmeralda,
The average.
the Avenir, the Monster Slayer, who is pretty useful and pretty potent, as well as a young boy called Dwyer, who has come with you. The young boy, in fact, who had tried to run away with Silica. And I say young, he's probably sort of a teenager. He's probably like 16. He's not like little. He's like 16. You guys travel, and Rose leads you through the hills, and you're not traveling that long before they lead you above the tree line. Carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur is a wide, torchlit cave that looks like the gaping maw of a giant wolf. The very earth and stone has almost formed this wolf-like maw skull jutting out of the mountainside, and it looms before you. And it is very clear that this is where those individuals had come from. But along the way, you find other signs that allow you to find this place. Blood. Considerable amounts of blood. And even now, you can see at the very front of this cave, some sort of battle has ensued. There are claw marks carved through the stone. You can see blood splatters up along the stony walls. The torches are doused. Something happened here. You should all be able to see a map. Please tell me if you cannot.
Cannot.
Excellent. That means a bunch of stuff. Nobody can see it, right? You guys are all in the same boat?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't see it.
Goody. Goody. Thank you, Roll20.
Yay.
It's just a black void.
Yay. Let's
It's okay.
try.
So
about
en
now?
route, this is for the players.
Oh, hello.
Alvaski,
For the
to give a
gamers.
bit of flavour, while Mark sorts this out, Alvaski doesn't like this wire, and is holding himself back away from him,
Okay.
with some mutterings under his breath.
Okay.
I mean, you called him bait last time. That was the only
Got it.
name you gave him.
There you go. You will that. You
Nice.
will. Welcome. Flavour. It's like sprinkling some cinnamon in.
I got no
Two
pepper
characters with the
sprinklings.
same name is a real pain in my ass. Okay.
Double Maya?
Yeah.
No problem.
Right. You guys should all now be able to see the map, and you can see this cave entrance. I have enabled the dynamic lighting, so you can see it seems to extend further in. There are torch sconces, some of which are lit, some of which are not. But yeah, the cave mouth, the open jaws of the wolf's head form about a 15-foot high canopy of rock over the cave mouth. You can see it's held up by natural pillars of rock, almost like jaws, like the teeth of the jaws. The ceiling rises to a height of about 20 feet inside the cave, and there are torches in iron brackets lining the walls. It is eerily quiet as you approach.
I think I'd cast Writhing Tide after seeing all the blood and the skirmish signs.
So this is like you summon
safe.
the insect swarm to kind of surround you, right? Okay.
But they're all like fat and slow from their feeding last week, so they're all like just a bit lethargic.
Yeah, we get like from the more feminine tiefling Maya, we see all these bugs just beginning to like sprawl out and fly and buzz around in a great cloud around them.
Love it. Nice. How are Alvaski and Remaya looking after getting a little crunchy from a werewolf
they're fine.
last week?
Yeah, they're fine,
Yeah,
right?
I think I'm all right. Yeah.
Oh no, it was Tom.
Took a bit of damage.
Oh,
It
was
was
it Tom
Tom
Meyer?
Meyer.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was
I got
Tom
bit.
Meyer.
I mean, the
Alvaski's
wound's
alright.
healed. Yeah, you've had some healing. Wounds
I've had a
healed.
bit of healing. I'm all right.
I barked.
Kim's
Don't
just
feel any
like,
bad yourself or anything.
fuck's sake. You're fucking...
No, I just wanted some friends. Just wanted
Yeah,
some friends.
maybe you will. Might get some.
We're not friends now.
yeah.
I guess we'll see it the next moon.
Alvaski's a hugger. You can tell.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Sure.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just making my own observations as Chris Trott. All right, let's carry on.
Oh boy, we're in a mood today.
Oh, it's been a long week.
It has been.
Sniffing.
Sure.
I want to sniff
Sniffing!
stuff.
Okay. I mean, yeah. If you want to make a perception check, I will say that you don't. Right now, there is the overwhelming stench of blood that's kind of masking the front of this cave.
I rolled a 5 and a 7 minus 1, so all I smell is
Yeah.
blood.
Yep.
Basilica is this person, this traitor, is here, and Basilica has a bond with it. So what we do is we put it close, and then we use it to lure out Basilica.
There might not.
I assume that's why
The-
you brought him here.
Yeah, Dwyer isn't moving far from Dog's Body and Rose and Irina. Like, he's kind
We
of
brought him here
sticking
so he
close to you
wouldn't be-
guys.
Killed by wolves or anything else in the forest. He wouldn't survive in the forest on his own. There might still be wolves in here. We haven't seen the whole pack.
And him being dead would jeopardize us getting Basilica back.
He's one of the abbots. He's one of the abbots' enforcers. No wonder he wants me dead. Anybody who leaves the village, they get tracked down.
The abbot would be most displeased with you for taking Basilica
The abbot.
away.
She didn't want to be there. You're just one of his pets, one of his things that he's summoned or whatever. But she didn't want to be there anymore. She wanted to escape. That's why I took her. That's why I helped her get out. She doesn't want to be like you. And you can see he's kind of hiding behind Dog's Body and Rose, but there's definitely animosity towards Alvaski. Dwyer would know who Alvaski is, so...
Alvaski says nothing in response to that. He doesn't rise to it.
Regardless of the politics between you, we need to find this Basilica and ideally not have her rip us in half like she did with the wolves back there.
Yes, a potent bargaining tool, this Dwyer.
Dog's Body, any ideas on if you think there's still wolves around here? It's very quiet.
I smell blood. Lots of blood. Blood everywhere. Blood. gallons of the stuff. Just let's go in. I gotta.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I just gotta go in and see. I mean, unfortunately, that one, and I point at Alvaski, does have a point. Dwyer and this girl have a connection.
Can I have a look and see if there's any tracks that might tell us which direction that Vasilika maybe moved into this cave?
Sure. You can make a survival check. For sure.
17.
I think it's obvious enough. Some sort of encounter, some sort of fight happened here. Through the blood, you see a set of quite petite human footprints that seem to have just walked through the blood spray, and they do lead deeper into the cave. You don't see any tracks in blood leaving, going back the way you just came. Somebody who came here thought something and then went further in.
Sure.
You don't see any bodies, though. And judging with that survival check, Rose, there's enough blood here that they would not have been alive. It's the walls are like coated in the stuff. The floor is like dripping with sticky. It looks old. Again, I'm not gonna, you didn't make a medicine check, you made survival, but like not that old, like a day or two, kind of it's beginning to congeal maybe. But there's a lot of it.
Dwyer, how long have you been sitting on the beach?
It's hard to remember. A few days, maybe. When after we were attacked and I saw what Vasilika did, time just seemed to... it's hard to remember, I'm sorry. I think it's been a while.
Okay. Well, nothing left to do but follow the footprints through the blood.
Sure.
Always the best.
You guys can move in as you see fit.
Cool.
Cool.
Rock on down
Cool.
to Wolfie Town.
Sure. Are you just moving normally, Maya? You're just like walking in and you're gonna lead the group?
I mean, I'm gonna have a little sneaky.
Okay.
I don't
Well, in
want
that
to
case,
be
you can make
accosted.
Well, in that case, you move at half speed and you can make a stealth check for me, please.
Watch this. Boom. 9. I just
Hang on,
slapped
do you
the
have
teeth on the way in.
advantage?
Oh, do I?
Why
would he have advantage?
I thought Rising Tide was
Not
you
Rising
only.
Tide. Oh, not
Yeah, I
that
think-
one. I meant the other one.
Pass without a trace.
Yes.
That was,
Wait, no.
that was
Ignore me.
before the combat last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, ignore me. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Right. So Maya's kind of leading everyone in and is trying to move quietly, but the kind of the vines, the fungus, definitely there's a strong odor that comes from Tom Maya, but also the body moves in such a kind of unusual way. It scrapes against the stone,
Yeah,
the blood pool.
I click. I drip.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also walking in with, like, if everyone else has any trepidation or fear, like, this is a dark cave, whatever. I'm just walking in. Like, fear ain't
Yeah, I'm
nothing
gonna...
for Maya.
Normally, this cave would be pretty much pitch black. I was gonna try and set up lighting. I think, Rose, you don't have dark vision. I don't know if anybody else... I think everybody else does have it, except the other humans. But this is... Once you get past this initial area, it does seem to get dark when you get inside.
Oh, I do have dark vision. Nice. Cool. Yeah, just gonna carry on forward till I see what I can CCC. But all that I
Yeah,
can CCC.
you do notice there appears to be... The cave splits to the left and right, Maya. Two different paths. You can see that there is a kind of 5-foot-high ledge between the two that divides it. You can see that there are kind of ragged furs, what looks to be like a brazier of coals, long died out, a couple of like spears laying up against the stone wall and things like that. Almost looks like it would be a point where somebody would keep guard, but there's nobody here.
Rose, I might need your tracking. Which way did she go? This basilica?
I can't see very well. I need to light a torch to... Can I light a torch, please?
Yeah, so that means that you won't be able to use any two-handed weapons, though, if you're currently holding a torch, by the way. So you won't be able to use your bow, for example.
That's okay.
Okay. So yeah, Rose kind of pulls out a torch. This roaring flame. And yeah, if you follow the trails, it does seem to lead towards the left-hand side.
Okay. Cool.
Ping. Yeah, you see it seems to extend further down, further in.
Cool. Okay. In which case, can I skirt carefully round the corner?
Sure. Do you want to make a stealth check for me as well? Irina and his Mark will just kind of follow up with you guys. Esmeralda will move in, start moving up as well.
Not the best.
What'd you get?
14.
14. Oh, okay.
Got 9.
The torch just kind of flickers, this orange glow kind of lighting your way, bouncing off these stone walls, and you can hear this constant as the wick and the oil-soaked pitch that is set aflame, quietly burns. You continue moving through. You don't seem to sense anything. What is your passive perception, Rose, as you're the front of the pack at the moment?
15.
15. Okay. As you start moving your way down, Rose, as you get to sort of about here, I would say, you can hear there is something up ahead trying to be quiet. You can hear bestial breaths in the dark coming from beyond where you can see. You can just hear like a very gentle bestial breath.
I'll hold a hand up to the rest of the group and just like tap my ear and ask them to listen as well, just so they're aware, and hope that they do.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Do I get a sense of where it's coming from specifically? If it's I don't know if
I would say
try
it's
and,
hard to tell in these caves. You can make another perception check. So that was off your passive perception. So if you want to make an active perception check to try and sort of like stop and see if you can listen and pinpoint where it's coming from. Because the thing is any sound in here, like your footsteps, the torch, it's bouncing off these close, narrow stone walls, right?
I got a 19 on that one.
You think it's coming from up ahead and to the left, somewhere around there.
Okay.
You can see a little bit further in now, and you can see that there is another ledge that seems to lead up into another section of the cave, like a slightly higher section of the cave.
I guess I'm going to keep moving up a little bit, but skirting towards this ledge side a bit more.
Okay, so you're kind of keeping this guard post ledge to your side. As you step forward just a little bit closer, you catch third movement to your left-hand side, as if something's been waiting to pounce there. And you see a furry wolf form basically about to dash out and grab you. You're not surprised because you did know there were creatures there, so this is the point where we're just gonna roll initiative.
Okay,
Bam, bam,
cool.
bam, bam, bam.
Okay.
So
I'm
the
guessing
rest
we
of
were
you have
all
watched
aware?
Rose. You saw like Rose kind of tap her ear, but that was it. None of you really moved up. You were all kind of still down in the main
guys
entrance.
left
It's mainly
me there.
Wolf that. Yeah.
Oh no, I
Rose
was
moved
moving up
on
with
her own.
you.
Your token hasn't moved,
No,
Tom.
I'm
So
joking.
Well, I mean,
Nobody did
I was
anything.
just,
Well, we weren't
I was just
sure
letting Rose
whether or
do her
not
thing.
to move because you wanted
Well,
stealth
there you
checks
go.
and stuff.
then
so-
that's where you is.
Okay.
So, Rose, initiative. Luckily, no surprise because you did catch them.
18.
18.
18.
Irina, it's a 14. Dog's body.
Tree.
Tree. Oh, epic. Maya, this is Maya. Myri.
4.
4. Tom Maya. Tamaya.
8.
8. And Alvaski.
10.
10. I forgot to
Huge.
put fucking Esmeralda
Huge.
Ismark on this.
Double
so I'll
digits
just have them
over
go
here.
at the end.
Double dig.
All right, don't
Absolutely
show off.
huge. Well, luckily, Rose, you are going to have time to react. As you can see, there are more of these creatures. They look like wolves. You see one very clearly at the far end of this little cave, but there are definitely more there than just one. But for now, you can only really see maybe one, maybe two, and they are about to
Okay.
pounce.
Where are they in relation to me right now?
They
Can't
are
see.
far left. Okay, so they can kind of see you, but you can't quite
Oh,
see
hang
them.
on. I've
Um,
scrolled around a bit. That's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
So they're just to your left. You can see the remnants of another campfire burning, and they appear to have like pressed themselves up against the far wall, trying to keep out of sight. But they are to your far left. About sort of
Okay.
these squares are all about 10 feet, by the way. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, they're about sort of like 50, 60 feet away.
Can
You
I
can just about see them in the dim light of the torch.
move? And I want to kind of go up these stairs a little bit. Get a bit
So
of
this
a
is the
higher...
little guard post I mentioned earlier. It's only about 5 feet high, but yeah, there's like a little kind of carved into the stone steps. You can kind of start rounding up on those, trying to kind of get some height and position yourself.
A little bit higher ground. And can I put... I'll just drop the torch
Okay,
on the floor.
Sure.
Okay. At the bottom of the
Yeah.
stairs.
Uh-huh. It's a smart move, actually. So I'll draw like a little torch here. So
And
we
I
know where
will
that is.
line up a silver arrow, please. And
Okay.
take...
So you pull out a silver arrow.
shots.
Yeah, there's
Um,
definitely at least one wolf target that you can see barreling towards you, so you can definitely take a shot at that. The torch is only really giving you dim light, so I'm going to give the creature a little bit of concealment, so it'll get like a slight AC boost.
Okay. Can I also do Slayer's Prey on him, please?
Yes.
Whoever that one is. 15, 16, 24 to hit.
24 will still hit, even with the cover of darkness, with the dim light. You narrow your eyes and kind of use your ears and launch the arrow. It sails through the air, striking one of the creatures.
12 damage, and it's a silver arrow, so hopefully it does
The
something.
arrow pierces through into the wolf's skull and it drops to the floor.
Cool.
Okay.
Is there another one I can switch my Slayer's Prey onto?
Yes, I think that this one would... So this one's dead. I'd say that there's just about another one you can see just tucked around the corner. This almost like little cave you can see. It looks like a kind of little den. You can just about see one, and we'll mark that as your Slayer's Prey target. Okay.
18 plus... No, 16, sorry. 16 plus 9... 25 to hit.
Yep, that's going to hit too.
Silver arrow again. Oh, I rolled a 1 on my damage though, so 5 damage. Swings
5
and
points of
roundabouts.
Okay, make sure you mark off those silver arrows because you used a couple
Yeah.
last time as well. They're a rare resource out here. This arrow does thud into the wolf's kind of flank, and you hear it kind of yelp and howl, but doesn't seem to kill it like the previous arrow did. And this thing is still going to press the attack. Anything else, Rose?
I will just inform them that there are plenty to go around
Okay.
the guys that there's lots of wolves, please.
Okay, and as you kind of call that back to your companions, these wolves come barreling out of this little den. 10, 20, 30. Whoops. 10, 20, 30. They just come charging out. About 5 of them, 5 big grey wolves are going to come. 5, 10, 20, 30, 10. So it's kind of about here. This one's going to get here. They come charging, howling like a pack. Oh! All of these furry bodies spinning around. They do seem to kind of back up as you drop the torch below onto the stairs. They do seem to back up from that, and then they seem to sense that there is something perhaps elsewhere. That's a different one. I need to move on. Yeah, they do seem to sense that there are other living creatures not too far from them. But that's pretty much their whole round is to dash and just kind of surge around as a pack. These squares on the map are 10 feet, by the way, which is why they're a little bit slower. Yes. Irina is far at the back, kind of like keeping a rear guard with her brother. But she will 10, 20, 30 get to there, and then she will dash up 10, 20, 30, sensing that something is wrong, but that's going to be Irina's end of turn. Alvaski.
Okay, I'm just looking at my abilities. I think I can take a dash action.
If you spend a key point, you can.
If I spend a key point, it's just a bonus action, right?
Yes, if you spend a key point, you can dash as a bonus action, I believe.
Ding dong. 10, 20, 30. I've got 45. 40.
So you can go another one and then a half square. You should be able to actually move half squares on this.
And then I can do that again, so
if you're trying to go up, that is like a 5-foot high ledge.
Okay, I'll go this way then.
So, yeah, you either have to go through or you have to try and sort of like jump or climb up.
5, 15, 25. I'm just going to go into this little nook here.
Did you dash? You dashed to do that with your bonus action,
with my bonus action.
Yeah, because it's 10-foot squares.
I'm doing my...
So yeah, you run up Alvaski and you see this pack of like 5 wolves coming running down this cave corridor.
Yep. Doing my regular unarmed strike on this one with my regular attack. Here it comes. Big, huge 16.
16 does hit. Yep. It hits the wolf.
6 damage.
6 points of damage. Your first, is this like a punch or a kick?
A regular punch.
Okay, targeting. So you punch the wolf in the face, in the skull, in the muzzle. It does kind of snap its jaws down, and then it just turns up, frothing the mouth.
I believe I get an extra attack, but I've used my bonus action already, so I don't get the extra.
You can't unarmed strike, no.
Yeah, can't add that on, so it's just another extra attack then. So that's a nat 20, ding dong, 28.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So here comes insane damage. That's a 1. What?
Well, remember that this doesn't do crits the way that we do crits. So you're going to have to just roll this manually. So it's your maximum dice. 6 plus 1. Okay, so 7 points. The same one that you just hit?
Yes.
So with that, you bring your kind of elbow down, and this time you hear the wolf's neck snap as you clobber it down on the back of its neck, and you hear something snap, and it just drops to the ground with one last kind of like.
Cool. Happy with that.
Okay.
I think I had a bit of movement left, so because that one's dead, I did
back up.
10, 20, 30. Oh no, I don't really have much left, so I'm going to stay there.
Okay. All right. Tom Meyer. You hear all of this?
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to 10, 20, 30 in front of Alvaski and Rose-ish, right next to this one. I want to, with my cantrip, I want to just Thorn Whip one of them. So it's a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
For 10 damage.
Is this the one? There's one with an arrow sticking out of it, or there's there should be 1, 2, 3. Why have I only got enough? Okay, I'll just do this one. There's 3 others.
Whichever
or
one.
There's the one with an arrow sticking out of it.
With the arrow in it, because this is only
with
a
the
cantrip.
arrow.
It's not. Yeah, it's not huge damage, so
The
do it.
thorn, the whip of thorns wraps around the creature's throat, and with a kind of yanking motion, you feel something rip and tear and pop, and the body just drops again to the floor. Rose, your slayer's prey or whatever on that one, what end? Do you want to switch it?
Yeah, I'll
the
just
next
switch
one?
it to the next one in. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Rose, you watch as this one that was kind of like almost stalled by the torch at the bottom of the stairs. The Maya's whip of thorns just kind of yanks it, and it drops dead in front of you.
Oh man! And also, I may as well use my reaction to deal 1d6 necrotic to any creature that moves into my space. So they
Do you
need
have
to make
to
a
activate
con
that
save.
first, or is that just anything basically?
It's just a reaction.
any
So
time?
if there is one within 10 feet of me, and I'm pretty sure there is.
Is this
then
all
make
creatures or all enemies? Does it say?
You can use your reaction to do 1d6 necrotic damage to one creature when it moves into my space. So just
Okay.
the one closest to me that's, I guess, now got the Slayer's Prey.
Is it when it moves into your space, or if it starts there as well, or like is it like if it's just in that aura?
Or starts its turn there. So yeah, when it starts its
Okay,
turn.
so
I'll
when
do
it
that.
starts its turn. Yeah, sure.
Tom is thinking this is a little bit weird, and I'm worried these wolves are defending themselves. Maya, however, is thinking, kill them.
Okay. Well, as the Tom Meyer, is doing this, and the spores, these reddish spores, begin to emanate from your body, you do see another larger wolf. This time, seems to emerge from around the corner. 10,
More
20, what's that?
More wolves.
30. It actually feels like 10, 20, 30. And then 40. So I'm just going to replace this one. Alvaski and the Maya. This larger wolf comes barreling towards you, kind of leaping over the body of its fallen companion, snarling. You also hear something in the distance. You hear at least 2 more wolves howling. So 10, 20, 30. 10,
In that case, the one that just
30.
entered
I'll
the
just go
space, I
40,
may as well
actually.
just
Sure.
do it to
So
him
was it
instead.
con save?
Con save, yeah, 15.
Whoop. That is a fail.
That's 4 damage. Worth it. Worth all the time I spent doing that one.
4 points of necrotic damage. Yes.
Yes.
Every little helps, Tom.
Okay, so
4
you
damage.
see, those of you who are at the front of the cave, another one of these larger wolves appears on this top ledge at the back of the cave in the direction that you're traveling. There's like another one of these slightly raised ledges, and you see another wolf kind of emerge from a back cave, looking at you with very intelligent eyes. But Alvaski and Maya, the large wolf that has appeared in front of you, is going to make attack against each of you. So bite against Alvaski and claws against Tom Maya. And that is going to be a 20 to hit you, Alvaski.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a 15 to hit you, Tom Maya.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, Alvaski, there's only 3 points of piercing damage, but can you make a constitution saving throw for me, please?
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be 5 points of damage to you, Tom Maya.
11 on my con.
Okay, as it bites into you, it kind of bites into you, trying to drag you to the floor. This kind of, it's not too bad a bite, but it definitely grazes the flesh and the skin on your arm. And then, the same for Tom Maya. The claws kind of rake across your form, howling as it does so. Those 2 dashed. So we go to Remire.
I would like to cast Zephyr's Strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I will mosey on up to here. And then I'll make I'll use my
And you've
sword
got the
and
movement
attack
to,
that
because
wolf
you
that's
get like an
in.
extra 30 feet of movement, don't you? So
Yeah. Oh, my D&D Beyond's just crashed. Hang on.
that's okay. So each of these
sorry.
squares is 10 feet. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, you can easily reach the
So
spot
huge
you're in.
70, yeah. So just make
and then,
two sword attacks against that big wolf that just
two
came
sword
in.
attacks against the bigger wolf. Okay.
So I can't get my D&D Beyond back. Hang on, it's completely
That's okay.
gone.
Old school. We might have to go old school with it.
There we go. It's back. Nice.
Okay.
So 24 to
Pen
hit for
and
the first one.
paper.
24 will indeed hit.
Woo.
This is with a mundane sword, right? This isn't a magical sword or a silvered sword or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Very important to know.
D6 plus 2. So it's 4 damage, and then I'll use the Zephyr Strike D8 force damage as well.
Right, yeah. Roll that separately because force damage is very different.
Yeah.
6 points.
4 normal damage and 6.
So you run in and you strike, thrusting the blade. The blade doesn't cut as much as you hoped it would, but then there's this almost rush of force. As you rushed up so quickly, the strike hits, and then there's almost like an aftershock of force, and that definitely seems to tear the flesh more than your own strength did, as it rips through the creature's furry hide.
Nice. I'll make a second attack. 23 to hit.
That will hit. You don't get the Zephyr Strike on this one, do you? I think you just get it on the one attack.
No, just the once, yeah.
Cool.
So that'll be 5 damage for that one. And then I'll use my
Unfortunately, that is
crossbow
halved.
for the third one.
You get a bonus action, yeah. Oh, you already used your bonus action to cast Zephyr's Strike, though.
It's a crossbow. Let me have a look at that again.
Yeah, I think it's as a bonus action you can make a free shot. If I remember it rightly. By all means, tell me I'm wrong.
Yes, it is. Yes, no, you're right. Bonus action.
So you can't. Not this turn. You can next turn. It's only because you cast Zephyr Strike. But yeah, so you go up, 2 slashes into this larger wolf, but doesn't quite have the effect you was hoping it would. Dog's body. You see all your friends rush off to the north.
This ledge that's in front of me, you said it was 5 foot?
It's like 5 foot high, yeah. So it's fairly easy to like climb up. It'll just be double movement to get to the top of it. So it'll be 10 feet to get up and then 10 feet to move into the square. So it'll be about 20 foot of movement to get on top.
20 foot to get there, and then 30, and then 40 to get there.
That's right, because you can't end in the same space as an ally. Although it's actually a 10-foot square space, so yes, you can.
Is this? Am I in the same space as Rose?
As Rose, yeah, you are. Yeah.
Like,
what I'll do
is
is.
she there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in the spot. It's fine. I'm going to shrink you guys down because technically that's a 10-foot space, so you can both occupy it. So you're both on this kind of stairway now.
Wolves are huge.
Okay, and
yeah, I just couldn't be bothered doing like half squares.
Fair. There isn't a wolfie within range of me, is there?
Not if you get to the square that you entered, no, because you're technically there and Rose is there.
Could I bonus action and then hold an action?
Yes, you can.
In which case, bonus action, I'm going to activate Crimson Right on my Great Axe, and then my action will be to attack when an enemy is within range of me.
Okay, sure.
And I will roll damage.
All right,
on that.
so you're holding an action. You're kind of
2, so
preparing
I take-
yourself that if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you took 2 damage from your Crimson
I
Right.
take 2 points of damage for Crimson Right. It's thunder, lightning damage. So my Great Axe is going to start crackling.
Okay, cool. After Dog's Body, I'm just going to have Esmeralda and Ismark take the same turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Esmeralda will move up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And Ismark comes rushing. He's going to dash. Esmeralda, when she finishes her movement, will cast Magic Missile at probably to try and thin out some of the wolves behind. She'll do a 2nd level Magic Missile, 2 missiles on one wolf and 2 missiles on another one. So that's going to be 2, 5, 7 points of damage to one of the ones in the back. And then 5 plus 5, 10 points of damage to another one at the back. So these two wolves behind the larger wolf. Esmeralda's like blast of magic seeks through the air, slamming into them. But that is going to be the ends of their turn. Rose.
Oh, wow. Can I take a couple of shots at the one that I've got Slayer's Prey on? Liz?
Yep, one of the normal wolves. Yep.
The normal one.
Smaller wolves, we'll call them. Small wolves. Small.
Wolves.
Small. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
The swolve takes 6 points of damage, please, and then
6 points.
2
And that's
points
the
of
one that got
damage
the new
from
Slayers of
Slayer's
Prey. Yep, so this arrow thuds into the side. Again, not quite enough to kill, but definitely enough to wound heavily.
Okay. Did you get the 2 from Slayer's Prey?
Yes, I did, yes.
Okay. Second arrow, 15 plus 9, so 24 to hit.
That will hit. Same target, yeah, with the Slayer's Prey on it.
Yes, please.
Okay.
7 damage on that one.
7 points of damage. The Smolv, this one also is deceased. That second arrow, as one hits into the side of it, and then the second one embeds it into its eye. It just flops to the ground. Dead.
I will move my Slayer's Prey to the large wolf next
The
to
big
Maya.
one. Okay.
Big boy.
All right. Announce that one as your Slayer's Prey target. Rose, I think that you would be... I think you and Dog's Body can tell that the big wolf is it's a werewolf. It's not like a dire wolf. It is a full werewolf. These other ones seem to just be regular wolves, but werewolves do tend to, have semi-control over smaller wolves and things like that. So they're probably just acting in that regard. At the end of your turn, the normal wolves, the smolves, will go. The last two remaining, heavily injured as they are, seem driven almost to a point, and they will gang up on Tom Meyer, who is right in front of them, and they get lots of bonuses to attack. So that's what they're going to do. Stack damage. So they have advantage because of pack tactics. So 2 attacks coming at you. 19 or 15. So at 19, I'm assuming hits.
It does.
It's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 points of piercing damage. And can you make a strength saving throw, please?
10 points and strength saving throw, did you say, sorry?
Yes, please.
8.
You are knocked prone, my good sir, as the wolf kind of jumps up onto your chest, sinks its teeth into you, and it drags you to the floor. The second one is going to attack as well with advantage. Whoops. That is going to be the highest there is a 15 to hit.
Damn it.
Nom nom nom.
Why am I
7
tanking as a
points of
druid?
piercing damage. 7 points of damage. Hey, druids are pretty tanky.
They are pretty tanky.
Hey.
I love it.
As
Allura
they
managed
both
it. That's fine.
bite into you. Heavily wounded as they are, but they still seem driven to attack in some sort of bloodthirst. That is the end of the regular wolves, the smolves. Irina, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Will move up behind. I think she wants to try and save what few spells she has left. She doesn't have too many left. She will use a bardic inspiration on Rose. You may have a D8 bardic inspiration to use within the next minute. So attack rolls, saving throws, etc. You know how bardic inspiration works. So she sings out this kind of beautiful, ethereal song that you seem to feels like it invigorates your muscles and your spirit, leading you to attack. And then for her action, she will just ready an attack if anything comes close to her. Alvaski.
Avaski's just going to pummel this big old doggo.
Big wolf.
In front of him. So he's not going to use key points here, so it's just 2 unarmed strikes and a bonus flurry.
And then a third unarmed strike, yeah.
That first was not so good, 11.
The larger wolf, very dexterous, very agile, ducks under the blow, almost sensing it coming like a trained fighter.
Second one, 17.
Second one will hit.
I don't know why it didn't do the damage, so there we go. Here it comes. A whole 6. Wowie.
6 points of damage, but your fists do count as magical. So
They
as
are
it
magical
connects,
fists.
it seems to almost reverberate with force. Definitely seems to wound the creature.
Okay, and my bonus flurry.
Yeah, your
Flurry
free one,
is a
your freebie.
22.
It also hits.
And that is a whole whopping 10 magical fisting damage there, Mark.
Yeah, this one definitely with some sort of like roundhouse kick or like maybe a knee to its face or something. Like you definitely sense that deals a heavy blow to the creature, and it seems to react heavily injured as it is. Definitely an impressive blow. Anything else, Alvaski, on your turn?
Nope, that's what I'm doing. I'm conserving my key.
All right. Tom Meyer.
So
You
I
are
want
prone.
to, like the thing, I want to latch out some red vines into the body of the dire wolf that's on the ground. I want to infest that and wild shape into a dire wolf.
Okay, these are regular
Nice.
wolves, but you can wild shape into a dire wolf, right? Because I think that's
I can
gonna be
make
the
it
challenge
dire.
for you thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
CR1.
And a dire wolf is size large, I believe.
Yeah, it's a large beastie.
And you'll get advantage because you're next to an ally, so you get pet
Yeah.
tactics, baby.
Back techniques, and keen hearing and smell. But I believe once I wild shape, that's all I've got. That's pretty much it.
So you kind of push Remire out the way as you assume this larger form. You kind of erupt in size and shape, becoming this kind of twisted, fungus-covered dire wolf as you copy the form of the one that you became. Sort of these red vine tendrils kind of coming out of pieces of you and wounds on your body.
It's also the one that just died as well, so it's got like an arrow sticking out of it, and it's got cuts and stuff like that.
Lovely. But
It's
you
grim.
increase its size and strength, and you have become a dire wolf.
I am become wolf, and that's basically my entire turn because there's an action to do that. But here I am.
Okay.
I howl.
Hi.
A horrible
The
one, though.
werewolves themselves, they will. So the two that are further away will jump down 10, 20, 30. They can get within striking range of the new werewolf that they can send.
I've just seen the little image of that dog jumping. It's like half of it was drawn by one person, then the bottom half was drawn by another.
Dog's body. The final werewolf is going to basically leap over the torch, and is going to land pretty much on you, but next to you. So your readied action will go off. You only get the one attack though on a readied action.
Okay. Shall I roll that now?
Yes, please
I
do.
rolled 17 to hit.
That will hit.
8 points on the dice. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of axe damage and 2 points of lightning damage. 14 total.
As the axe cleaves down, you carve through parts of this giant wolf's form, leaving this kind of crackling wound as the skin and the fur splits. It kind of leaves it coursed and burnt with lightning as the axe cleaves down. However, still they go. That's just a readied action, so that was your reaction going off. There are going to be a few attacks. Alvaski, the one that you've been punching, is going to turn on you fully now. The other one that just arrived is going to turn all of its attacks on Tom Meyer. So you're both currently in their way. They can't really get to any other targets while you guys are there. First, Swearwolf.
Werewolf.
That is going to Swearwolf. That is going to be a 15 to hit you on its bite, Alvaski.
Right on the money.
Right on the money. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage. No Constitution save this time. And then its claw attack is only going to be a 12 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. So that you managed to duck under the claws, but the bite, the teeth, the jaws sink into your side once again. On you, Tom Meyer, that is going to be, the bite is only going to be a 9 to hit.
No
but its
dice.
claws is going to be a 23.
Some dice.
Some dice. That's going to be 9 points of slashing damage to your new direwolf form as it kind of rakes its claws over your own. Kaiju-Star. The third one, it had to use a dash to get to where it is, so it doesn't get to make an attack this turn. Remire.
I'm going to take 3 crossbow shots at the big old werewolf in front of me.
Okay. You've got crossbow expert, so you don't get disadvantage for having an enemy next to you. So nice. Yeah. So like a cool gunslinger from the west, you empty 3 bolts into the werewolf. Is that so? That's the one that you hit previously, right? Because that's the one in front of Alvaski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 16 to hit that one.
That does hit.
Nice. So d6 plus 2. I'm going to use my gathered swarm as well and do an extra d6 piercing damage.
Okay. Still piercing, so unfortunately we'll be somewhat
6.
resistant to this.
So 2 6s, 12.
12.
First one.
So half that to 6. So yeah, even with the insects kind of lending power to the attack or trying to bite into the creature, there's some sort of resistance there that is absorbing some of the damage. But that's the first bolt anyway. Second and third.
8 for the second one. And 11 for
8
the
will
other one.
not hit. The 11 will also not hit. Almost sensing these attacks coming, the creature quickly ducks to the side, dips and weaves away from the final 2 bolts that you rapidly fire out of the crossbow, not seeking their targets. Anything else? You got bonus action? Just move.
I'll move back a little bit. Yeah, behind Irina.
All right.
Yeah,
It will take a reaction to try and bite you.
Is that an opportunity attack?
It is, yes.
I don't take opportunity attacks.
At all, ever?
As a part of my mobile feat.
Oh, I thought Zephyr Strike does that.
When I make a melee attack against a creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature.
I'm going to be
for the
Mr.
rest of
Rules
the turn.
lawyer. Crossbow isn't a melee attack.
Oh,
You fired 3 crossbow shots.
I thought I was
Is
being so
Zephyr's
smart.
strike still up? But is
I
Zephyr's
think
strike
it
still
goes when you spend the extra damage, I think.
It lasts a
Zephyr's
minute.
Strike.
Oh.
Zephyr's
up?
Strike.
So
Until the
Yeah.
spell ends, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Once the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on 1 weapon per second. Whether your hit makes your walking speed increases once before the spell ends, you can give yourself... Yeah, okay. Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed increases. Okay, so yeah, Zephyr's Strike means you don't get the opportunity attack. So you kind of rush backwards. So mobile feet, no. Zephyr's Strike, yes.
Zephyr Strike
as you
is
kind of-
wild.
Zephyr's Strike's
not
really
a
good.
spell, that is
Really good
insane.
spell. I mean, you only
And
get
a
the
bonus
D8
action.
once, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty. The not provoking
Having the
opportunity
movement.
attacks is the best part of it for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, Remire dips and dives out of the way. Dog's body.
That was busted.
I'm gonna
Well, it's like, do you remember that
swing at
steel
this
wind
guy.
strike I used against you in Erois?
Steel
The
wind
one where you
strike.
attack everybody and do 60-10 damage or something, but you
Oh,
attack
God,
everybody you
yeah.
can see. Like that's another high level. That's a high level ranger spell. It's great.
19.
Damn.
I rolled 19. 25 to hit.
That will hit. Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points axe damage, 2 points lightning damage, so 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Biting into the same creature, kind of another cleaving strike on the opposite side this time. The wolf definitely kind of growls and snarls at you.
1 more for luck. 8 plus 6 is
14.
4. Yep. Does that hit?
It does, yeah. Yeah. These creatures aren't wearing armor or anything like that. They seem to mainly have to rely on their agility and dexterity.
8 points of axe damage, 5 points of lightning, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 points total.
13 points. Single-handedly, with these 3 blows, you're carving into this werewolf, kind of tearing it apart as you do so, Dog's body. Heavily injured. You can see it bleeding heavily already, kind of whimpering and looking, kind of turning its neck around almost as if considering retreat. Anything else, Dog's body, on your turn?
No, that is all.
Okay. Sensing that the creature is injured and wanting to flee, Esmeralda will hop up, kind of kipping up onto the top of the ledge alongside Dog's body, and she's going to make a bunch of attacks against it. I need to get her stats up because I didn't add her to the encounter, Esmeralda. So
my
she has
girl.
got 2 attacks with her rapier, with her hand axe, and then 1 attack with her silvered short sword. So hand axe is going to be a hit. Second attack with the hand axe is a hit. Silvered short sword is a hit as well. Lots of hits here. This is going to be 3d6 plus 3. That's going to be 3d6 plus 10 for all 3 attacks.
Oh my god.
Well, that's not per attack. That's all of the attacks added up. However, I rolled really shit damage. That's only 14 points of damage. I rolled 4 on 3d6. So she kind of hacks in, hand axe, and then stabbing down with a silvered short sword, almost like in a rage. You just hear her kind of like, die, beast! As she, hacks into this thing, desperate to try and finish it off. But sadly, not quite enough to do so. So, following up, sorry, I just moved Irina. It was a thingy that moved up like that. Following up, Ismark will.
Very Irina.
Yeah. Ismark will pull out the heavy crossbow he picked up from the werewolves from before, and will aim it at the one that Dog's Body and Esmeralda are fighting, and he's going to shoot his heavy crossbow.
You got this, King.
He's not a king today. He's Ismark the Lesser today. That's a 2 plus 1. He just kind of like aims this big heavy crossbow and just ka-tung! The bolt just bounces off the stone walls like ping ping. He's just like, screw this thing, and he throws it to the side and begins pulling out his flail and his axe.
Last time.
He did, but he's like, I want to fight. And he pulls out his melee weapons, and we'll just use the rest of his movement to move up behind the Maya wolf. Rose.
Stupid crossbow.
Yeah, he's just like, he doesn't want to load it. It's effort.
I'm guessing that I can't really get to said werewolf here. Can I?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, like this thing's big enough.
They are like 10 feet. Yeah. Okay.
They're not quite. I've made them large, but yeah, you can definitely still strike it because it's fighting Dog's Body.
I would like to bust out the old sun sword, please. And take a couple of flashes at it.
Yeah, you pull out just this handle, kind of like, putting the bow away, slinging it over your shoulder, and pulling out this antique sword's handle. You summon the command word, or speak it in your mind, and this radiant blade of light lights up the cave. And you see all of the wolves almost shy, blinking their eyes against the sudden harsh light.
That is a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
8 radiant damage.
You stab it forward, and as the wolf is distracted, Dog's Body already injured it. It looked like it was about to flee. Esmeralda leaps up in this flurry of attacks, and in the confusion, you just kind of step up, thrusting the blade of light into its chest. The blade lingers there for a moment, and then as you kind of pull it free, you just watch as the creature falls to the ground and its form begins shrinking and twitching, its body kind of shrinking back as it takes on the form of a young woman, still wearing tattered cloth, a basic leather jerkin and torn trousers, but it does revert back to a humanoid form, dead at your feet. Bleh.
Bleh. Excellent. Am I able to take my second attack with a bow? Guess maybe not.
I would say that no, because you've already drawn a new weapon. The way that drawing and stowing weapons works is like as part of your movement, you put your bow away and got the sword out. You don't really have you'd have to wait until you've got another move or action to stow and draw out the bow.
Since they're wolves and Rose is Rose, she will take probably just another step back and consider that her thing for now, because she'd prefer to be at range from these things because she knows them.
She knows what's going to happen. I think that you can start putting the sun sword away, and so next turn you'll have your bow ready to go. But yeah, it's going to be the rest of your turn to kind of stow that away and pull out the bow and stuff, for sure. Okay, cool. The 2 regular wolves that are still remaining, kind of half hidden underneath one of their larger brethren, the only real target they can get to is the direwolf Maya, so that's what they're going to attack. They get pack tactics. Maya Wolf. They get pack tactics. They have advantage. 23 to hit on from the first one. And that's a natural 20 on the second one. So the first one is going to be 2, 7, 8, 9 points of damage. And then it's going to be 8 plus 16 points from the second one.
Oh my god. Okay. Still up.
These wolves are just jumping onto your lupine form. Just biting their jaws in all around you. Distracted by all this combat going on around you.
Oof. Oof. Owie.
You still in direwolf form?
Still in direwolf form. Maya Wolf.
Maya Wolf form. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Irina wouldn't want to heal like the wolf. She doesn't know how that works. So she will. No, it's not the same. It's waste. Are you kidding? It's an absolute waste. Like, Katie as a druid, would you ever want someone to heal you in wild shape form? Of course not, because it's fake hit points. It's not real hit points.
I'll take it.
No.
Yeah.
She
I don't think I ever used that. But then, wild shape was a bonus action for me because I chose a better one.
That's true. That's true.
Shots fired.
What the hell?
Circle food beach.
I can do 1d6 of damage for free. That's right, 1d6. What up?
Well, you know what? You know what? She will, Tom Meyer.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't. She doesn't really know you that well, and she finds Alvaski creepy, so she's not going to Bardic Inspiration Alvaski. She's going to Bardic Inspiration Ismark. Yeah, that's what she does. Alvaski, your turn.
Alvaski's going to keep pummeling, you know.
Just punch, punch, punch.
That's what he's got. So he's going to do that. So the one directly in front of me, of course. Mm-hmm. Whoa, it was on 18. It rolled to 4. So 12?
Just barely hits this thing. It does try to dodge out the way, but you manage to land a solid punch.
8 bludgeoning. This is my
8 points, yep.
Second.
That's your first attack. Second strike.
Oh, that's 12 as well. Ding dong.
Hits.
Okay, that's also a 6. Love rolling ones. And then my final...
You kind of
this must
punch,
be a record
punch.
at this point.
He does roll a lot of them.
17.
Hits.
And then 11 points.
Okay, with this...
Oh my god.
This is like, do you have an idea of what this attack would probably be? Like like a kick or a punch or like a... What'd you do?
I think it would be, when you raise the leg, I believe it's called a Mwashigeri, and then you slam down...
Axe kick.
On the back of the wolf's neck.
It's like a big axe kick. You bring your leg up, and as it comes slamming down, you definitely hear something crack, a big heavy snapping of bone, and this thing drops to the ground. And like before, you see its form beginning to kind of like twist and bend. Its limbs shrink, its fur dies down, leaving behind the corpse of an older-looking man. This man looks to be, in his later years, all big, ragged, grey beard, but he's very much now
dead now.
Dead now.
That's
Just for the sake
go.
of tokens, I'm going to clear up some of these so we know where everything is. Cool. Tom Meyer. One of these creatures and 2 of these regular wolves remain.
Yeah, I want to get rid of the smaller ones. They're a pain. So I want to chomp down on one of those. So hack tactics is if there's my ally within 5 feet of them. So I guess this is just a regular bite, right?
This is a regular attack, yeah, because you don't have any allies next to the
wolves. Big move. 8.
Well, you need to hit first, or is that? Oh, that is to hit.
That is.
Yeah.
To
So
hit.
The awkward. You go to bite, and just the agile little wolf jumps out of the way as your jaws snap where it used to be.
I fell to beta instincts. I'm sniffing his ass. That's my entire turn.
It doesn't get multi-attack on a direwolf?
Apparently not. No, it just says bite.
I don't think you do on that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh wait, is there a better wolf somewhere? Can I have that one instead?
No,
I think it's bears
I can't remember.
I think it's bears get multi-attack. Yeah. All right. So the chomp goes wide and does not fails to connect. The final werewolf in its large wolfine form is going to begin to run away. You are the only one who gets an opportunity attack, Tom Meyer.
Oh,
You
here
can
we
attempt
go.
to bite it with your reaction.
My first bite was meant for this one. 23.
23. You deal damage.
2d6 plus 3 damage. 10. And it has to make a strength save.
It'll be halved because it's not a silver weapon, and it's a strength save, isn't it? Because you can knock them prone. This will have a huge effect. That's a 23.
Oh, that's higher than 13.
So you do get a kind of chomp, but you fail. You kind of try and drag it down with your giant jaws, but it breaks free. And that's going to be 10.
Damn it. I'm attached to its legs,
20, 30, and then it's going to dash 10. 40. Then it's going to dash 10, 20, 30, 40. So it just begins dashing away, fleeing into the dark caves beyond, howling and yammering. You begin to hear the sounds of almost like that strange, sickening transformation as well, and a human voice seems to accompany it, kind of going from this howling to the sounds of something more human. The Maya, Remaya.
Yo. I'm gonna take another 3 crossbow shots at one of the little wolves. See if we'll play.
Okay, yeah, do these individually because you might kill them, and then you can always target the next ones.
Nice. So 12 to hit for the first one.
12 does not hit the first one. It manages to kind of dodge to the side of the bolt. Second one.
16.
That will hit. Yes.
Nice. So I'll do my fly piercing damage as well for this one. So 2d6. So that's a 10 damage.
Bolt and the insect swarm that descends upon the smaller wolf utterly consumes it. The bolt pierces through its skull, and then the insect swarm just devour what remains, beginning to eat. Yeah, feast, my children,
Insects
feast.
got to be in a food coma by now, right?
Yeah, they're getting pretty gluttonous. There is still one left. Would you like to bonus action against the final little wolf?
Yes, please.
It has 1 hit point. It is also dead.
Hey.
1 hit point left. So you kind of one bolt through its neck, and then it just collapses, heavily injured as it was, leaving none remaining. You still have a move action if you would like to move.
I think I'll stay where I am. I think I'm all right there.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Irina will look around. Does anybody look heavily injured? Did I?
My go.
Oh, fucking! I had it scrolled up for the wolves' hit points. I'm sorry, Kim. It is you. It's not even Irina yet. It should be Rose after you. I had it scrolled up. So yes, sorry, Dog's Body. You go.
I'm gonna double dash after the werewolf, which I believe will make me next to it, but I can't attack it because I'm out of.
So what's your movement speed? Is
if
normally 45?
40 feet, and then
40 feet, so you can go
80.
80. So if I just make you bigger, this is easier to track. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, because you have to go around at 70, 80. You do. So you are right on this werewolf's heels, but unfortunately don't quite have the ability to attack as you are chasing after this thing as it's trying to get away. But you do manage to catch up to it as you do so. Anything else, Dog's Body?
That's it for me.
All right, you just chase it further into the dark. Your own dark vision sort of beginning to adjust now as there is little ambient light around as the pursuit, the hunt continues. Rose.
So I can run and get to here.
Okay.
Can I try and take a couple of shots? Don't know if they'll hit, but
I would say this thing has almost
I can see part
cover.
of it on my.
You can make an attack, but this is going to be
screen.
very hard. Yes, you can just about see it, but it's going to be a difficult shot. But this is what archers and rangers, high archers and rangers can pull off.
22.
Oh my god, you still hit it. You bounce the arrow.
I didn't actually think that would.
You actually ricochet the arrow off the stone wall. You kind of bounce it off the wall to the side of the ledge, and the banking shot of it leads it into the creatures. Into the werewolf.
Can I put my Slayer's Prey on it as well? Because it's the only one left, so it would have transferred over.
Yes, you can. Yes.
I rolled full damage. I rolled 8, 9, 10, 12 damage on the arrow, and then 4 damage Slayer's Prey.
Okay. The arrow kind of flies through, bouncing and then ricocheting in. Dog's body, you just hear like a through past your ear, and then this arrow embedded into the thing. Nearly hit you.
Bloody hell.
I'll try again.
Watch me
ooh.
here.
That is a 23 to hit.
That will also hit, yeah, the second ricochet. Having used the first one to kind of hone in the shot, the second one follows shortly after.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. 2 arrows. You hear Dog's body as these silver arrowheads embed into the werewolf. Like, you just hear this, like, hissing. They've shifted to a hybrid form now, Dog's body, by the way. So they've kind of got that, bipedal, distended wolf kind of form, the hunchback. And they're just like, silver! And they're just kind of snarling and cursing to themselves as this arrow embeds into them. Rose, anything else? I think that was pretty much your full turn, right?
No, I've taken everything, all my turn.
Technically, you had a bardic inspiration, so even if you missed, you could have used that bardic inspiration and probably hit as well.
I rolled a 13
Speaking
and a
of bardic
14.
inspiration, Irina will just kind of begin to follow. 5, 10. She'll probably linger back a little bit to kind of look after Dwyer, who's been sort of like hanging very, very far back. But yeah, she'll just move up, and that's it. That's what she's going to do. Alvaski.
He's going to go as far as he can.
Okay, how far is that?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Out there. You can see what's going on. However, he cannot reach with anything, so that's about...
Well, you could use your regular action to dash. You don't have to use a bonus action, because if you can't do anything else, you might as well action
I may
dash.
as well.
Right?
How much do I care?
If you want to. You don't have to, obviously.
I'm going to stay here.
Okay. All right. And nothing else, Alvaski?
That's about it.
All right.
He moves with a swift grace, and anytime he was grabbed by the wolf, it was like just a doll being thrown around. There's no expression.
Thrown around. Yeah, he doesn't react to pain, right? So every time he got injured, there's just like nothing there.
Yeah,
he's very creepy. Tom Meyer.
So I can't see myself on the map, just FYI, because I'm a wolf now. But I want to use my action dash to zip
You should be able
forward
to see yourself. You're this big wolf.
Oh, I think my token's been deleted, so my line of sight is gone. But yeah, I just want to use my action dash to get in behind the wolf that Dog's body is chasing. So like around the corner, the route that she didn't take, or he didn't take. I'll do that one and get all up in the arse of the thing. No.
How about now?
Yeah.
I forgot to set the vision.
Oh, it's there. Okay, so I'm action dashing. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then I just want to get all up on this dude.
Yeah, the ledge will slow you down by 10 feet.
I've got 100 feet of movement with an action dash. So,
oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
I'll get up on that nerd. I'm a Mire wolf now. So yeah, if this thing tries to run away, boom, I'm going to bite its head off.
You're there as well as Dog's body. Okay, so you just kind of chase after it. Yeah, it is going to do exactly that, but I think with 2 of you there, the wolf is smart enough that it's going to disengage. It's going to action disengage, and then it's just going to go its 40 feet. Yeah.
That's not fun. Action disengage. Ugh. Take the hit.
Yeah.
Take the hit.
But as you get there is this kind of there's a slight feminine voice to it, and it's just shouting, Carol, we are being attacked. It's just kind of like shouting out as she runs forward. Remire, that's all it can do. It's action to disengage and then move action.
Yeah.
Nice. I will dash after seeing Tom Meyer dashing off. I'm going to go after him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 80 feet up there.
Okay. Bam. So a big old run. Just kind of chasing after it with the Zephyr strike, giving you that extra push of movement as the insects swarm around you, giving you extra speed. You chase on after as well. Dog's body.
I will move up 40 feet. And I'm going
Right, you can keep pace with this thing, can't you? So
Yeah. So I'm going to use bonus action Blood Curse of the Marked, which basically I mark a creature I can see within 30 feet, and until the end of my turn, whenever I deal right damage, I rolled an extra Hemocraft die of right damage, so an extra d6 basically.
Okay, yeah, then you get
Hemocraft
extra d6 of
die.
lightning damage.
Yeah.
How's that been a
Yeah.
thing?
Since I've been a blood hunter, yo. I've just never used it.
Oh.
11 plus my great axe, 17 to hit.
That will hit.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 points of damage. That's with all the
Hell.
lightning, curse, all that.
Yeah, like one big chop with the axe into the werewolf woman's back. You just hear like ah, as like she screams, like her back arching from that first attack.
Natural 20!
You cut her head off, dude.
Oh.
Like it's just a backswing of the axe, just and just the head comes flying off as the great axe connects, and yeah, just completely gets thrown to the side, and the body just falls to the ground. The
Oh,
headless
shit.
torso reverting back to the humanoid form as you do so. Yeah. Well, we'll jump out of initiative, but Ismark and Esmeralda will basically run up as well. Yeah. You guys have
Yeah.
your position.
It's dead.
There does seem to be a complex series of caves. You can see that where these werewolves came from appears to be a series of like bed caves. Like you can see that like like hay and bed rolls have been laid out in these smaller little alcoves. Almost looks like a sleeping area.
Where's Dwyer at?
Dwyer has just been like he lingered all the way at the entrance, and yeah, hasn't come in since the wolves attacked.
Cool. Avasti's just going to meet up with the rest.
Okay.
Dog's body. Gonna go up here.
Be on your guard. This one was calling for another. There's more here.
I don't understand the situation. There's a lot of enemies here. Basilica got through them all?
Don't know.
That's what
Unharmed?
we're here to figure out. She was last seen going this way, and that's why we're here, to try and pick up the
So-
trail.
We'll have everybody basically meet up as you're having a conversation where Dog's body was. Big old Wolf Meyer. Do you stay in that form, Tom Meyer, or are you going to drop out of it and go back to Meyer?
I'll stay in it for now because I've got, like Dog's body, some keen hearing and smell. So I want to have a little sniffing. I want to start sniffing.
Okay. Sure, make a perception check.
Cool,
Sniff bros.
With advantage. 16 and a 17. So
17.
wait.
To
20.
the northeast, you can smell bodies, corpses, rotting, sort of decaying flesh coming from the northeast, just around this little rock from where you are.
I have no idea, as Maya, how a wolf would communicate. So I would just start walking in that direction and hope that people follow.
Would
Okay.
the other Meyer know that, though, because you're connected?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, yes, we will say that obviously that's an established thing. It does break a little bit. It makes Tom much
think
more
they've
effective in
broken
wild
the-
shape.
the-
But
Yeah.
it's Other Maya does know what Tom Meyer is doing. But the rest of you don't.
Hell
The rest of
yeah.
you just see the Maya walking around this rock and heading off away from you. You see that there are some stone steps leading down into an area, Tom Meyer. You can see from this distance there is something shiny, piles of stuff at the far end of the room, what looks to be like a figure, like a hooded figure, in the far sort of corner of the room, and laid out on the ground a number of bodies covered in sheets appear to litter the area in front of the figure, who appears to be kind of like stood in a ritualistic position.
Creepy. Hey, Ree, you want to communicate that with everyone?
Yeah. I just say like, stench of death ahead. Follow the wolf. And then just
Want to do it in a less creepy way?
That's inviting.
Nah.
All right. So the two mice. What do you guys do? Do you continue? Are you going to go investigate, Tom, or?
I'll lead the pack. So if people are following behind, then yeah, I'll push ahead.
Okay. Yeah, the NPCs will follow basically. So
We'll
assume
follow
everyone does. Yeah, you make your way down there. When you get closer, rough-hewn stairs lead down to a torchlit cave and a very bizarre sight. You see maybe 6 bodies, some of which are human, some of which appear to be wolf or lupine, covered in dirty blankets or some sort of sheet, whatever can be mustered, capes, cloaks, sheets. At the far end of the room, there is a wooden statue. It bears the rough likeness of a wolf-headed woman draped in garlands of vines and night flowers with her hands raised up. Piled around the statue's base is a large amount of treasure. You can see all sorts of things kind of laden at its base. You see piles of coins. You see gemstones of all different colors, pieces of jewelry, appears to be a drinking horn, a fine drinking horn, a censer like a priest may use, all piled up at the base of this strange statue of a woman on the other side of the dead bodies.
Strange, this place.
Would Dog's Body recognize it or know anything about it? Or...
I don't think Dog's Body remembers much of this place. You just remember like pain and
pretty
suffering,
delirious.
and then escaping, right? Like, I think the only thing you would really remember is that when they transformed you, there was like they made you fight. Like others had to fight you. As a kind of test of strength to make, there was something about proving that you were strong enough and things like that. You remember that being a part of the something that happened, but it's kind of all a bit of a blur, really. The name that the woman was ringing out though, Kirill, God, that feels like you should remember that, but you don't. It feels like you should. You feel like that name. Yeah, that name. God, why do you remember that name? What about the rest of you? Seeing this strange sight, there does appear to be there was a bit of more of a cave to the north. There's also the other avenue you didn't explore, but
there's more cave to the north, is there?
yeah, it seems to be that's where this the werewolf woman was running. She wasn't running towards this. She was running more northern. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's something going on in here, so I'm going to keep on nudging forward and just be a shield, a Maya Wolf shield for everyone behind me.
Yeah, Alvaski wants to
I'll keep pace with you.
go the direction
Check it
that
all
the
out.
werewolves aren't going. That's likely where Basilica is.
Okay. Yeah, well, you go down. There's, like I said, there's a couple of humanoid-shaped bodies underneath sheets, maybe 2 or 3. The rest of them all appear to be wolves. There's like 7 in total, so about 4 wolves and 3 people. The other thing you notice as you get closer, pushed to the far edge of the chamber, you see wooden cages. Each one wouldn't be able to hold. It wouldn't be able to hold an adult. It looks like that they might hold halflings or children, but they're empty.
And there's a hooded figure there.
The hooded figure, what you thought was a hooded figure, was actually the statue of the
Well,
wolf-headed
that's the
woman.
statue, right?
In the dim light, the wolf mistook it as like a hood, but it's actually a wolf's head, like a crude wolf's head carved.
Gotcha.
Piles of treasure at the base of the statue, the strange wooden cages, and then the dead bodies.
The person that's at the statue, Can I use Hunter's Sense? Plus.
There's no person, unless you mean the
no,
bodies.
just the. Okay, no, never mind.
What size and shape of the bodies? Mark Humes.
You can't ever give Tom shit about not listening ever again, okay? Because I just explained this, so never make fun of Tom ever again. There are 3 humanoid bodies, 4 wolf bodies under the sheets.
Yeah, the human.
Okay, Tom, you remember this. If he ever gives you shit.
The question
I
I'm
mean-
asking, Mark,
He
are
wants to
they
know because you
children?
said that there was. Yeah, are there children-sized
They-
bodies? Are they?
That's my question, not the.
I mean, if they were kids, they'd be older kids, for sure.
Right.
But they are. All you can tell is that there is a humanoid shape. There's not a wolf shape. There's not like a hybrid werewolf shape. It's the shape of like a human person.
So what am I?
I mean, they could be older, like teenagers, or maybe they could be, tall for their age. But they're not like giants or anything like that. They're it's
So-
hard to tell without.
They're
pulling the
bigger
sheets.
than
Sorry.
crate size.
What am I? What am I not giving Trot shit for? I wasn't listening.
Well, that's retracted.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
what a-
I rolled
what a
a
dumb
good
joke.
thing.
Cool. So I want to move down to the 12 bodies down here. There's 12, right? How many are there?
I'm not even answering anymore. The wolf moves down to the bodies. Okay, yeah, you can smell them. They're dead. Like these are corpses, 100%.
Cool. And
It's
still
Barovia. Who knows what they are? They're a corpse. What? No, they're alive.
How
Yep.
close are you getting to the bodies, Tom?
I'm getting within biting range.
Mm.
They bite. They have a little nibble.
No. No.
They chow down on Maya.
They do not. The bodies do not stir.
Oh,
You do not hear anything. It's eerily quiet.
all right.
Now, Vasky, just do a generic sweep investigation. Does he recognize Vasilica here?
It's not necessarily a check. So, would you go over and start pulling the sheets of the bodies?
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to be able to check.
For sure.
Okay. So you go over and you start pulling the sheets off. The 3 humanoids that were there appears to be 2 young men and a young woman, or I'd say young, kind of in their like 20s maybe. They have been very brutally murdered or killed. Looking at them, their wounds, and in fact, I wouldn't say you'd need to make a medicine check to really determine the details of like how they were killed and stuff, or an investigation check. But looking at them, they were like they're gory messes. These bodies, they look rough, they look dirty. They are not Vasilica. None of them are.
I turn around. I look at the direwolf form of the Maya and say, they're dead. Vasilica's not here. It's a waste of time. Let's move on.
That really got Tom. That really got him.
No shit. All right. I mean, if you confirm it's not Vasilica, then yeah, I'll just I'll turn around and start making my way up to that northern part where the other direwolf was headed towards, or not direwolf, the other one was going.
Okay.
At least
Dog's body. Dog's body. Really? Anybody else?
Yeah, no, I don't like this. Dogs' bodies are the deeper we go into the cave, the more Dog's bodies feeling like creeped out and not his usual chipper self. If anyone's particularly looking like he's getting very tense and very like, grinding his teeth and just looking around nervously everywhere, he doesn't like this. Doesn't like Tom either.
Okay.
He just went.
with the
He just
two-
went.
It's just
With the 2 walking off, I'll just follow them
I've looked at these bodies.
because he doesn't want to be left on his own.
Nobody
Dead.
wants the treasure or anything then. Nobody wants the piles of treasure.
Dog's body doesn't care about treasure.
That's not my
It's got
mission.
pants,
Okay.
that's it.
No? All right.
That's all
Okay.
I
I am the Maya.
You are the Maya.
Is there a
Maya.
way of knowing?
Yes,
Sorry,
read
is there a
Maya.
way of knowing if like where the bodies came from? Like, are they from Kresik or?
You can investigate them. I would say that looking at them, they don't look like they came from Krezik. They look similar to when the werewolves you killed reverted to form. They have that same rugged dirtiness of like people that have been living rough. Their hair is all unkempt. They're covered in dirt and scratches and bruises where they've don't have these horrid gaping wounds and things like that. They look the werewolves.
They're dead.
Yeah. What does it matter?
Can't you tell?
They're dead.
Would Rose recognize anything about the statue and any of the stuff just from werewolf-related things?
Or Esmeralda.
Or Esmeralda. I think she'd probably ask Esmeralda if she knew anything, given that she knows
Esmeralda
the area
kind
a
of
little better.
Esmeralda kind of looks around. She'll do a bit of CSIing. She looks around. I don't know anything about this statue. It's quite crude. I've not seen anything like this in Barovia, really. The vine leaves and things like that is strange. It doesn't. Werewolves aren't normally religious. This has worship. This is religious. It's almost like this treasure is an offering to this being, but I don't know who this is. In terms of the bodies, I mean, no weapon marks, no claw marks. These wounds, I mean, these people were ripped apart. This is handfuls of muscle and flesh have been ripped out of them. This is quite brutal. But no, I don't believe other wolves or weapons did this. They're dead.
They're dead.
I had to. Pretty good. It's too easy.
Oh my god.
The statue, the treasure, this is all very bizarre. I've never really seen werewolves act in this manner. The pack makes sense, but this sort of worship is very off. And these cages, keeping prisoners perhaps, or keeping animals
Very small
here to
prisoners.
feed on?
Well, why are we here? Let's remind ourselves of that. They're not in the cage, and they're not under a sheet. They're not here. Let's move on. Time is wasting.
Fair enough. Yeah, all right.
The abbot is waiting.
Tom Meyer, as you kind of continue exploring the northern area, there is a very loose. It's not really a secret door. A kind of dirty grey cloth has been pinned up against the far end of this little tunnel, and the grey cloth has been painted or marked with paint to try and make it look like stone and cave. But a quick glance, you can easily tell that this isn't. This is a very poorly concealed secret door, or not even a door. It's like a curtain that can be pulled aside.
Yeah, well, I'll just tear it down instead of pulling it to the side, and
so you just kind of jump up on it and rip it down with your great big paws and things like that.
Yep, and then the same noise as a undead tiefling infesting a recently dead corpse of a direwolf. I'll bark to get the other guys to follow, and then have a look at heading on through the Looney Tunes door.
It appears to lead into a curving, very narrow, 10 feet wide corridor that winds upwards, and there are stone steps carved into it. It seems to curve around, leading up.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll have everyone follow me and continue to be my Maya Wolf shield, and just get on up.
Filling up this corridor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's much point in stealth at this point.
You barked weirdly.
I start howling as I run up the stairs.
Just give me a second here. I just need to do some stuff.
No, it's a dead end.
Oh, turn around.
I promise you it's not a dead end.
Go
I
on.
just have shit I need to do.
Well,
Why can't I select you? Let
I'll
me
be
select
behind-
you.
I'm behind you.
I
You're
can't
blocking
stop
everything.
selecting you.
I can't stop
Yeah,
selecting you.
Oh, we missed out on Secret Tunnel. Damn it.
Secret
Damn it.
tunnel.
Secret
Secret
tunnel. I haven't
tunnel.
even seen
Through
Avatar,
the
but see right
mountain.
now.
Secret, 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 secret tunnel.
And die.
This one.
That's a lot of shit you're doing
And I've
there.
got to look this up and get this monster.
How many monsters are there?
You mean friendly ally?
Yeah.
That's the face of
Secret
many.
monsters.
Many
You like
monsters.
this face, Ree? You like this face that I'm doing?
I like
Big
it
fan
so.
of
We
that
had
face.
more spell slots.
Okay. So, as you guys have wound your way up this stone corridor, let me read you some text. The stairs eventually lead you to a outcropping. As you step outside, let's just grab everybody and move you all of you over.
We're on the moon.
So we'll have Tom there at the top.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have
Oh, hi.
Esmeralda, Ismark, and Irene are all going to be behind, and then we'll kind of squeeze all of you guys in behind here.
Squeeze them in.
And then I've got to find Irene's token. I don't know where she's gone, but she'll be around. The exit to this stone corridor leads to a rocky outcropping. A 20-foot diameter ring of stones dominates a rocky ledge on the mountainside. Within the ring, you see splattered blood, as well as a young, very pretty, very pale-skinned, almost alabaster like Alvaski woman. Long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, wearing what appears to be a tattered, stained, deep blood red wedding dress. It's tattered and torn, and she is chained. Her legs have been chained to stakes that have been embedded into the stone itself, and she is just tearing and screaming and pulling and yanking on these chains. And you see her kind of in the very middle of this stone ring. Around the ring, keeping their distance, and you can see them all, weapons at the ready. They're carrying like great big woodsman's axes. Some of them have got large hunting spears and bows. You see 6 humanoids, one of whom appears to be wearing kind of rugged-looking chainmail as well, with a, on top of it with a giant 2-handed sword. Alongside them are 3 large wolves, dire wolves, not like smaller wolves like you fought before. 3 dire wolves, just like the Maya, and they are basically waiting, weapons at the ready, cautiously, as you guys emerge. And all you can hear is just this kind of like from this woman who is trapped in the stone circle.
I ain't saying nothing.
That is
Okay.
Basilica.
Well, everyone else is behind you. The rest of you can kind of peer over the giant direwolf in front of you, but you can't quite see all the details just yet.
I mean, I'll
You
nudge.
can
I'll
probably
nudge
hear
so
her
you can have a little
screaming
peeky.
though, right?
Yeah.
You can definitely hear like this woman like grunting and making noises and things like that. The man with the chainmail and the greatsword. If you're looking to kill more of us, we can make that fight happen. But there's already been a lot of blood spilled in my home of late. So, why have you come, travelers? I smell something familiar. Something I have not... a stench of fear and cowardice. Run away from the pack.
I'm gonna push forward
Sure.
and just glare.
This ring, when you see the ring fully, Dog's body, it's like flashes of memory. You remember being thrown into it naked, just, no weapons, as wolves were set upon you, as people came down with large sticks and beat you, you desperately trying to fight them off, even though your hands were tied and bound. Just flashes of days, maybe being here, being tested, and this man's voice is horrifically familiar. You remember just calls of just like, "Well, the pack must be strong. Make sure that they are willing and fitting for our family." These kind of voices calling out, "The Night Mother will not tolerate weakness."
I think, yeah. I'm going to bring my axe forward. It's still got Crimson Right on it, so it's crackling with energy. And without even looking back at everyone, I'm just going to say, kill them all.
Okay. Well, that makes things certainly easier. Free the creature! And that's where we are not going to roll initiative, because it's 5 to 10.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Oh my God.
are going to take a 2-weeky breaky wakey.
Oh, the final episode for 2 weeks.
The final episode of Curse of Strahd.
It's the final.
Oh my
For
god!
2
For 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. For 2 weeks.
Nice. Well,
holy
all right.
crap.
A big old fighty fight.
Nice.
Spooky.
That's going to be
Spooky.
easy to remember in 2 weeks' time. It's like,
Oh, God,
yeah,
yeah.
we're right there, just about to do a
Yep.
fresh new combat.
Six werewolves, 3 direwolves, and whatever the fuck Vasilica is.
Oh god,
and
yeah.
Maybe Vasilica will attack them. Maybe she'll attack whatever is nearby. We don't know.
Mr. Head Werewolf seemed pretty confident.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah.
Yes. Get your boy back. Get your boy out front. Dwyer, where's Bait? Get Bait out.
Get your boys out.
He's way back.
He was still at the yeah. Alvaski was the only one who checked on him, and he's just at the start of the cave, just like, I don't want to go in
I
here.
thought
I
Irina
mistook-
was tending to him.
No,
I mistook Esmeralda's icon for him. I thought that was him.
No, Alvaski was the only one who was like, "Where's Dwyer?" And I said, "He's back at the start, just like hasn't moved." And he's like, "Okay," and then he just carried on. I love it.
Bastard.
Well, why are you full screening me? Why are you full screening me? What is this? Wow.
We try and listen,
Well-
Mark. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes that information
Drifts away. Sometimes.
just
What the What
wasn't meant to be a robot.
That's alright, Chris Trot. I can do weird voices too. And one day, you'll actually fucking listen to me!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's the weirdest thing that it's like and you're running the stream. I appreciate that. And it's like I feel like there's selective hearing sometimes. Like, I've heard something that I'm interested and want to use, and then it's
definitely
like
get
a room
into-
description. Whoosh, just like this.
I definitely get into like a mid turn of someone else's turn of just like looking at all my spells and abilities, like figuring
Yeah, I
out what
get
my
that.
next move is super quickly.
I think what makes it funny to me is I described those bodies like 3 times. It wasn't just one time that you didn't hear. I described, like, I'm pretty sure Kim and Katie can back me up on that. Like, I described it 3 times what they were, and it just made me laugh when you were like, "Are there any? Wait, what are these bodies like? Are they humans?"
That wasn't my question.
Wasn't it? It sounded like that's what your
I wanted
question
to know if they were
was.
children. If they were children.
He was
Okay, I don't
wondering if the
remember that
bodies
being the
fit into
question.
the crates, but he worded it wrong. So it
Yeah,
sounded like
it sounded
he
to
didn't
me
listen you.
like,
What
are these
crates?
bodies humanoid? Is what I heard, or certainly what I thought I heard.
There weren't any crates there, were there?
One
Please
that-
tell
we'll
me there
check
weren't
the
any
VOD.
metal crates there.
We'll check the VOD. We'll check the VOD.
If they were.
Or we can
Oh
move
my
on
God.
from this. That's fine too.
Nah. Are you kidding? We
Um,
raked Tom on the metal crates thing for months. Like we gave him a shit time for that.
Mostly Mark.
Mark.
No. Chris Trott has given you
I did
so
put a
much
crate
shit
on
about
screen.
that.
There was a crate on screen.
Wow.
was funny.
Anyway,
Tommy,
vindication.
have we got any messages?
Yes, indeed, we do. We have a message from Newton of the Great Word Hole. That's this right here. It's a quarter hundo, and they say,
Thank you.
last Sunday, Tom was curious as to what I could potentially be hustling all week for. Well, Timothy, allow me to show you all just how thick my wad has become, what all my training has led to. Beware my power, as I shall show you the full extent of my
Perfect.
Nice. Love it.
Ooh, boy.
Paycheck? Maybe. Varys has donated with no message. Thank you very much. And Mr.
Thank you, Varys.
Falcar has donated a $20 dues, and they say, I have recently caught up on Curse of Strahd, but I swear if Dog's body dies, I'm done. Everyone's death hit hard, but Dog's body is a good lad. Please survive. We'll see.
He's a good boy.
I'm a good boy.
He'll die to the
Ian.
people that made him this way. Don't worry. In 2 weeks'
Yeah.
Pretty
time.
much, yeah.
I don't know. You guys tear
Fuck
werewolves
this,
apart
guys.
like it's their tissue fucking paper. Like they are not that much of a challenge. We'll see.
New Alex has donated with, oh no, those small wooden cages. The party have obviously stumbled on the werewolves' secret project, a guinea pig breeding racket.
We're branching out to
If
different
only.
animals. Guinea pigs.
We're guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
We're
pigs.
pigs.
We're guineas. We're guinea pigs.
We're
Have you ever-
guineas.
Wait.
Have you ever seen a guinea pig, Mark?
They
They're
do make
really
weird
noise.
noises. They make like
Yeah,
little
they-
wait noises.
Yeah, they do like a woo, 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 woo. They do that sort of noise.
Oh
Sounds
god,
like-
man!
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
yeah, I got that completely fucking wrong. God, what a fucking idiot I am, eh? Oh, I made a wait noise instead of a
happening
woo
today?
noise.
You were doing like a
Oh, fuck me!
psycho
No, it's
stabbing
great, Tom. I'm
noise.
done. Yeah, I'm out. I'm
my
gone. Right,
God,
bye.
You was doing like
What's Mark done to you this week?
he was just doing a psycho stabbing noise. Guinea pigs don't
Have
sound
you
like.
ever fucking seen a guinea pig, Mark? What the fuck? I don't. What is that? What? Tom, Trot, what creature have you put up on the screen? I don't know what that is.
That's a were guinea pig.
All right,
Oh, right. Jeez. Oh, fucking bizarre.
play it back. Fucking play it back. Mark's noise was wrong.
Imagine
I'm just
turning
saying.
into one and not knowing you were going to do it and being just like, oh.
Animorphs. I imagine you're an animorph for the first time and you become a guinea pig. That's your animorph form.
What noise would you
goddamn.
make? What noise would you make, Ree, if you turned into a guinea pig? Okay.
Sake.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway. Oh god.
Destroyed him.
We had
That Egyptian dude.
After 10,000 years, we can finally hear what this pharaoh sounded like.
Anyway, we had gifted subs from 39 Salty Cookies, Sarah Mana with 10 gifted subs, and Gensi Defi.
Oh,
And also, Kirsten made a Trappy Trap emote, which is on our BTTV now. So Trappy
Nice.
Trap is now immortalized as an NPC.
I did wonder
and
why
that-
people kept posting Trappy Trap, and I didn't understand what it was. Amazing.
Trappy Trap.
Okay, they kind of do sound like Psycho.
Oh my
I
god,
wanna go to
Thomas.
bed, guys.
Just, you know.
Can I
Yeah,
go to bed
I'm-
now?
I'm tapped out.
Yeah.
Of
Anyway,
energy.
stream's over. Nice red shirt.
Hurt you.
Oh my
Hurt
god.
you.
God, man. So sad that you guys are going to be playing Tales of Zadia for the next 2 weeks. Oh, no.
Yeah. This
Don't
is
worry,
the
you
last,
still get them on a Sunday, Mark.
Sunday, I
this
do.
is the
Yeah.
last stream for High
This is-
Rollers until Sunday.
Until
and then-
Sunday.
and
2 weeks.
Tales of Zadia.
Make sure you go check out
Save
Tales
and
of
play
Zadia.
safe.
100% for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be really cool to see the guys playing with different people and with a different GM as well in a cool new system with a very cool world. Dragon Prince has got a really cool fantasy world with some really cool fantasy characters. Just not the main 3 from the TV show.
Unbelievable.
With that, thanks very much, everybody. We will see you on Sunday for Erois. Take care. Till then, we'll see you then.
See ya.
DM.
Yeah.
Wait.